So we are heading away from Mallorca's beaches in this video and inland to one of the most culturally important festivals of the year. So for the 70% of viewers who voted that culture was an important part of their holiday, here's something you didn't see unless you stayed until mid-November. So bringing you the Dijous Bo in Inca, and I think I've pronounced that incorrectly. Right, so I'm here with Anne. Many of you know Anne if you're over on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group. Anne, why are we here today?
Today is the culmination of a month-long fiesta which has been going on in Inca, involving all the community, which is a very multicultural community, as you can see from the ladies passing behind, and is the big agricultural fair. So we're here to inspect the tractors, the animals, the market.
But anyway, my knees are creaking here. As you can see, Anne isn't the tallest, but we're going to take a walk through the Dijous Bo, and we're going to start off as well by you telling me how to pronounce it correctly.
Dijous
Bo. We're going to look at the Dijous Bo. Anyway, come on, let's go and check it out. So, for all you holiday makers over here, you may well be very familiar with Inca for having one of the biggest markets on the island. But at this time of year, and it's in the middle of November, and I'm filming this on the 13th of November at the Dijous Bo. Look, the first part of Inca as well is just coming up from the bus stop here, right outside of the Joroski supermarket. We are greeted by an agricultural display. And this, of course, reflects the huge farming culture and history that we have here in the town. This is where we're going to see many farmers today coming to pick up their tractors, their new machinery, for either their farms or their building sites. But there's much more to this festival than just farm machinery, as we're going to see later on in this video. So, Anne, is it a public holiday today in Inca? I think it might be.
No, it's a voluntary holiday.
A voluntary holiday, okay.
I think that most people will be by lunchtime won't be able to go to work.
Yeah. So while resorts lie dead around the island, we can see how busy Inca Centre is getting. It does feel like so many people from the area are coming into Inca today. So first stop today is going to be grabbing some buñuelos. Now that these are a real Mallorquin treat, and we're absolutely starving because it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to grab a few of these. Ooh. There we go, so we've got some buñuelos. Right, how good are they? Really super nice. You can't speak now, can you?
It's a donut. Basically, it's a donut, but not sweet. And I think they use potato flour.
Yeah.
And you sprinkle it with sugar.
Oh wow! Okay, really nice. Well I'm going to grab one.
Very seasonal between now and Christmas.
But I've also seen them in the markets over the summer as well. I've seen them cooking them in the summer
But
too.
It's more now. You have them with chocolate, the same as churros.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Anyway, come on. Let's keep heading through. So here's something I didn't expect to see. Look, we've got a display of camper vans here. On the basis that you're not legally allowed to camp in Mallorca, we are starting to see a few camping areas popping up around the islands. I think one's up in Santa Margalida, I do believe. And as we know as well, people are having to live in camper vans because of the price of accommodation in Mallorca is just so expensive now. So quite interesting to see not just farming machinery, look, but a whole display of camper van units. Okay, so we're coming on into the centre of Inca, but we're going to fast track our way over to the animals section. I'm going to show you what that's all about, because they do take them away later on in the afternoon. So just walking down the back streets of Inca here and taking us down to where they have the animals. Look, we've got the Sala Sa Travessa. So we've got loads of really local restaurants over here. If you're looking for good Mallorquin food, if you're over here on holiday, come over to Inca. And look, we're just coming up towards the main market. You can see we've got a Joan Aguillo painting right down the side of the municipal market here. So this is a popular day trip. If you're staying up in Alcudia, Pollença, even coming up from the southwest to come and visit Inca for the day, particularly on market day, which Anne, I think is market day on the Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the Thursday.
And actually this building here is the indoor market.
Yeah. Now I hear some music. I hear some traditional music.
Yes.
Hear the bagpipes. Let's go and see what's going on. Now look at this culture and history buffs. We've got a beautiful church here right in the centre of Inca. And of course, this whole Dijous Bo runs all the way around it. And look at this, look, the ultimate in macrame and crochet, look. Absolutely stunning. And I think almost every market stall here, if there's a market going on somewhere on the island, that there won't be very much there because I think everybody is going to be here. Look at this, look, marmalade. It's amazing. So basically this is where you get your bargains from. Look, all these little stalls around the market here. Of course, Inca's really famous for being a shoe producer. And look at this, look, real leather boots for €25. That's probably around, what, £20? And look, just looking at some of the architecture here in Inca, see a potential durapo here. Look at this, really old Mallorquin house. Amazing that hasn't yet been purchased and done up, but you're going to find lots of these beautiful buildings around the town centre. So we've just come out in a really, really busy area here. We're heading on in the direction of, I'm just going to have a look at that lovely little church to my left, but we are heading on into the direction of the animal area in the Plaza Bestia. So just looking straight ahead here, look, we've got row upon row of places to eat. It's very, very busy. And look at this basket shop here. I mean, this is just an absolute beauty. Check this out. Look, all locally made. These aren't the cheap Chinese fakes that you sometimes find on the markets. And this is one of the most iconic shops over here in Inca. Now, look at this. We are over here at the horse display. You can see a little pony here having his merienda's mid-morning snack. Just going to see what's going on in the ring. That's not a horse, either. That's a mule, I do believe. And there's no helmets worn here. Goodness me, no. This has got very much a cowboy feel. Look, off goes the mule. We've got a horse coming in with a foal as well. It's a real showcase here for Inca's horses. You can hear the music playing in the background as well. Oh, look at this, look. And look at this, look, start them young over here as well. It's this little lad out on his horse. I've just noticed as well, I don't think that foal is tethered in any way to the other horse. So, just walking really close by, you're wondering what's going on. Got horses down side streets here as well, look. Looks like he's going to be taking part soon. Doesn't make me feel a bit nervous actually. All these sort of horses around. And look, soon to appear in sausages in a cafe near you. We've got the Mallorquin black pigs as well. We've got, in fact, a whole kind of farm area for them. So you don't see this down in Palmanova. And of course, well, this isn't going to be of very much interest to your average holiday maker, but it's very much part of the culture over here in Mallorca. And like I said, this is possibly the biggest agricultural event of its kind on the island. Look at these old antique horse carts here that definitely won't see these around the holiday resorts. It's got a bit of a little house on the prairie feel to it. So look, this is really bizarre. Look, they've got the birds in cages here as well. One thing I find amazing is, look, we've got even pigeons in a cage. Now, normally, if you just walk into Plaza Mayor in the centre of Palma, they've got millions of them. You can get them for free, I'm pretty sure, but over here in Inca, you can get the best. Pigeons as well. I mean, who buys pigeons and what do they use them for? I really don't know. I don't know. And we're right where we see like loads of food stalls and it's absolutely packed. Of course, now with the holiday season over, a lot of workers are going to be down here in Inca today with their families. I mean, this is just incredible. Most of the islands must be here today. So we're actually avoiding the huge big marketplace that we just saw. We're coming down the back streets here, but just to give you an idea of what the back streets of Inca do look like. And you can see that they haven't received the same regeneration as you find maybe over in Sant'Agni or Alcudia Old Town, or even Sineu. It still looks pretty untouched by the incoming foreign wealth. And look at this place here, look, just coming a little bit further down the road. This looks abandoned. I think it pretty much is abandoned, but what a beautiful building. Just waiting for this to be purchased and then and renovated and made into a boutique hotel eventually. I mean, this lies right in the heart of Inca. I mean, it's absolutely stunning, but I can't imagine this is going to remain empty for very long. Look at the gates on here. Look at this. And Anne's just showed me as well, look, she's noticed. Look at that well through there too. Pretty sure it's linked up to the mains by now in 2025. But this, and just look at the masonry here, that this is a complete renovation project in the making, I'm sure of it. So that other really grand buildings here. I think this is in use, quite possibly. But Inca is a second city here in Mallorca. It used to be a very wealthy area. The whole farming community around it as well. Today though, it's one of the cheaper places to live on the island. It doesn't quite have the same price point as you're going to find down in Calvia, around the Palma Nova area. They see this artist's work in Palma City, Carolina Atancaro. And for all my architecture enthusiasts, this is the theatre here in Inca. I mean, look at this. What a design, what a design. And they do have quite a lot going on here as well. Lots of workshops, lots of plays. But look, we can see change is coming to Inca. Just right in front, we've got a whole building site here. I think we're going to see some of these very old buildings being ripped down. And hopefully some housing, some affordable housing being put up too. Look at this lovely building here. Look, just hidden away in Inca. Various displays, look. So that was a slight diversion. Let's head on back in the direction of the market. But look to my right. Look at this, look. Another piece of art by Carolina Atancaro. How cute is that? Right, so of all the places to eat in Inca today, as we've seen in this video, it's got quite a high immigrant population. We've popped into this little Turkish bar here. Now look at this. This is amazing. It's like a burrito, but it's full of chicken and all the veg, and I'm going to drop a shot as well from outside. You can see, look, we've got some sauces here and some fries. And we're going to let you know how much this is going to cost too. But how amazing. Now, there are plenty of stalls that we could have eaten at in the marketplace, but he didn't want to use the portaloos, he wants to use the loose here. But I mean, this is incredible. We've got places like this all over Inca too, and they're really, really good value. Okay, so all of that was just €10 each, which is amazing. But anyway, we're coming out into the main square area. They've got plenty of other food. So we were in quite a quiet corner of the cafe that we've just been to. But look at this, look. If you want the full Mallorquin experience, what is waiting for you, we've got paella, we've got the whole sausage stand, and so much more. Look, with areas to eat as well. Very, very busy here. So just doing a full 360 here, look. We've got some very southern Spanish music playing. It sounds almost Arabic. Look, Inca shoe store here as well, displaying all their wares. Look, we have another cultural centre here as well, centre for art, a few statues outside. Looking at more stalls here, more of the kind of stalls you'll see during the market in the summer. Look at this, look, we've got a whole stall here just dedicated to potato chips. So all the big restaurants over here in Inca are absolutely packed today, right outside of Romani. And look, all the side streets as well, filled with stalls. And it really is incredible over here today. So the pigs that we saw earlier on in this video, look, this is where you find the finished product in the form of sobrasada. Look, spread it on toast. Not my cup of tea, but it is for some. And also as well, look, got the sausages as well, look. I think these may well have been made out of the black pigs too. We just quickly stopped off at a cheese stall.
Otro igual?
Sí, por favor. We've just stopped off at a cheese stall here, and this is a little bit like Gruyere cheese. It's very, very nice. They've got all sorts of other cheeses here. But I mean, while you're in Inca, you've got to get some of the local stuff. It is really, really nice. And this is cow's cheese as well. Can't stand the goat stuff. Okay, so we've stopped off for another quick drink somewhere. A little bit of an afternoon refreshment. We've just come into the town square. So they've got all the Christmas flowers out. Look, we're just standing outside the town hall here as well. Can't pan down much further because there's a policeman right in front of me. So that's it, we're back at Inca railway station. We're going to head on back in the direction of Palma. Okay, Anne, that was a pretty good day at the Inca market, wasn't it?
It still is, I'm so fascinated.
It's been brilliant here actually, and it just goes to show there is life on the island long after you guys have gone home. We've just stopped outside the train station here. We're going to get the train back to Palma in just a moment. Stopped off for a quick drink. But for now, if you're coming back to Mallorca next summer, maybe consider visiting Inca. It's an absolutely fantastic town. They've got market day here every Thursday. You're going to get to enjoy a little bit of this atmosphere. It's not obviously as big as it is for the Dijous Bo. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Dijous Bo.
Dijous Bo. Something like that. Anyway, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in comments if you want me to film away from the resorts, maybe over the winter period. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget you can find Anne in the Facebook group. You can also find me on Instagram and on Facebook too, all under Mallorca Under the Sun. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.